All right, so now it's gonna be the moment of truth. I'm really nervous right now. Yo! Struggled to find idle. Oh, yo! I'm gonna make sure nothing's leaking. Nothing's leaking or anything. Aside from my exhaust leak, this is gnarly. Holy crap. The whole car is shaking, like from side to side. I don't know if you can see. Let me open the door. You can really see the door moving. I don't know if you can see that, but the whole car is shaking from side to side. That's how aggressive this thing is chopping right now. Dude, and it's quiet up here. Valve train, I can hear the exhaust leak down there, but valve train sounds just as quiet as it did when it was stopped. I'm gonna let it get up to temp, and I keep trying to bleed this coolant system. And wow, this is so awesome. I can't believe I waited this long to do it. 6 years. 6 years this car's been stopped. And now it finally has CTS-V Torquer V2 camshaft. Holy crap. What is up, you guys? We're back, and the V has been dyno tuned. So I brought the car over to Complete Street Performance in Westchester, PA, and it was tuned and everything. It runs good. I've put about 300 miles on the setup since getting it back, but it didn't make as much power as I wanted it to. And they told me that you know, having stock exhaust manifolds on the car is going to be a bottleneck for power. And I totally went into that. I was fully aware when I went into doing this, especially doing a larger cam like the Torquer V2, having stock exhaust manifolds and not having headers. However, the car did make about 40 horsepower more than what it had, which is a pretty good bump. And it being tuned, I'm able to take advantage of my intake tube, my ported throttle body or intake manifold and all that, and the cat deletes and all the little bolt-on stuff that I've done to the car. So the car feels great. I definitely feel the bump in power and things like that. And right here is my dyno sheet. So that's the power curve, and it made 376 horsepower and 364 foot-pounds of torque. So like I said, that's about a 40 horsepower increase over stock to the wheels, because everyone's like, oh, I thought your car made 400. Well, it makes 400 to the flywheel, and you factor in about a 15% drivetrain loss, so that puts you at about 340 horsepower. But then you also have to factor in the fact that this car has about 130,000 miles on it. So it's probably not making the horsepower that it was making the day it was built and rolled off the assembly line. So it was a good bump. And Polly and I have already been discussing some solutions for me to get headers on the car that aren't necessarily long tubes, because none of the long tube options have take height clearance into mind, ground clearance into factor in ground clearance. And I don't really want to raise the car much. I'm going to raise it a little bit when we do the rear subframe stuff, so that'll be coming up. But I don't want to raise the car too much to be able to clear like hooks or the eBay long tubes or anything like that. So we have something that we are kind of discussing to get some better flow. So as you can see, everything is back together. And like I was saying, you know, I put about 300 miles on the car. There's no leaks, no issues, and everything seems to be running very well. Yeah, so let's go. I will say this though, the cold starts are so much louder, so I apologize to the neighborhood. I mean, I do, but I really don't. Thing sounds mean, and this sound will probably never get old to me. So we still got a real quiet top end here. And then we got that aggressive exhaust note. warmed up, and we're gonna take it for a little ride. My neighborhood definitely hates the cold starts, but it's something they're gonna have to get used to. And it's funny because ever since I picked the car up last week, I've never wanted to hit red lights more before, just because I get to hear the idle. I mean, the car sounds just about the same. I would say it's a little bit louder when you're driving, just a little bit. But it's just about the same while cruising. I mean, on the highway, there's still no drone or anything like that, so it's real nice. But then as soon as that thing falls down to idle, it gets way louder. We were down the shore this past weekend, and we drove past one of the restaurants that had a lion waiting out front, and one of my buddies that was there with me, he was like, yeah, the car cruised by real quiet, but then at the end of the block, as soon as you pressed the clutch in and it came down to idle, you started hearing it chop, 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 chop. So I definitely can't be mad at that. And yeah, I mean, like, everyone wants that power bump, but everyone also wants the chop. It sucks because we're supposed to get like 3 to 1,000 inches of snow tonight or tomorrow. So I'm like, of course I get my car, do the cam, get the car tuned, and then it snows, I can't even drive the thing. Pretty good. Can't deny that. But with it being colder out, the first gear and like second gear when you're in it, kind of useless. But she runs good. Runs real good. Does not get old. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but the car, when it like starts getting real lopey, the shake in the car, yeah, you gotta see it. So that may get a little annoying at times when you're like sitting in traffic or you're sitting at idle for a while, but small price to pay, what can I say? I just caught a bag of pong balls that flew up from the back seat. That's exactly what happened. Without even looking. Alright, so I'm going to get this thing home. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for following along with this little cam kit install. And some of you have been asking for more 3000 GT content, and I will have some more coming. I've been waiting on some parts that I have on the way, and they've been hitting just some delays. So things haven't been getting to me within a timely manner. COVID has something to do with that. But it sucks. But I'm gonna hopefully get that thing out of the garage maybe on Friday if the weather's nice. And we'll find something to do to it. I have some plans I want to do with the fuel system and things like that. So thanks for watching. like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram down below, hit the bell so you guys get all the notifications and stuff, and see you on the next one.